Live from the 412, it's Platt's point of view, y'all. Let's go. Hey, welcome back, everybody. So we're going to start this show off talking about Pittsburgh Penguins hockey. With the hockey season back in full swing, I was paying close attention to the Pittsburgh Penguins. It's playoff time, and they basically had the Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen of hockey in center Sidney Crosby and Geno Malkin. But unfortunately, they lost to the Montreal Canadiens in the qualifying round of the NHL tournament. I just don't get it. You got a bunch of all-stars. You have Sidney Crosby, Geno Malkin. He should have started Tristan Jarry, and it was just a big disappointment to lose to probably the weakest team in the whole tournament. I just don't understand it, and I picked you guys to win the Stanley Cup, and I was wrong. So the Pittsburgh Penguins, you were a major disappointment, and I just didn't understand it. So hopefully next year, you guys can go back and figure it out and come back next year stronger. You had a good season, and I just wish you guys could have went a little bit further. I want Sidney Crosby to get another championship, but he still got plenty of time. But it's just a major disappointment for Pittsburgh Penguins fans in general as a whole, because we expected to go on a run, and we expected to go far, and we expected to hold up the trophy when it was all said and done. But it's over, and better luck next season. Go Pens. So next up, we're going to talk about this NBA bubble so far. So far, in the NBA bubble restart, we've seen a lot of excitement. We've seen Pacers small forward TJ Warren drop 53 points. We've seen Houston and Dallas combine for more than 300 points in a game. Wow. Kyle Lowry scorched the Los Angeles Lakers for 33 points and 14 rebounds in a win recently. And I forgot the Toronto Raptors are the defending champs. They play hard, they defend, and they get major contributions from a lot of lesser-known players. Don't sleep the Raptors. How about Devin Booker's game winner over Paul George at the buzzer as the Suns beat the Clippers? Man, that was amazing. Box office. Nuggets forward Michael Porter Jr., he exploded with a career-high 37 points and 12 rebounds in an overtime win over OKC. Then he dropped another 30-point game recently. Michael Porter Jr., he's showing everybody how talented he is and why he was projected to be one of the top picks coming out of the draft a few years ago. Yes, he has a little bit of Kevin Durant in him, and I like him a lot. His coach challenged him about rebounding, and he's been balling. And you got to feel bad for the Memphis Grizzlies, too. I mean, they just won their first game in the Orlando bubble. On top of that, they just lost stretch forward Jaren Jackson Jr. for the rest of the season with a knee injury. Man, that's devastating. They're in real danger of losing the 8th seed. So hopefully Ja Morant can carry those guys, and he's been trying, and I'm still with y'all, man. Dylan Brooks and them, Grayson Allen's been playing hard. Step it up, y'all, because I really want to see you guys in the playoffs. On a more positive note, how about the Phoenix Suns? They're currently the hottest team in the NBA bubble. They're the only Western Conference team without a loss so far. It's great basketball, and I'm loving it. The Phoenix Suns, yes, they're balling right now. And the playoffs are right around the corner, so stay tuned. This NBA bubble is pretty good, and I like it a whole lot. Good quality, high-level basketball at its finest. Get your popcorn ready. Playoffs is coming. Next up, now that we're still on this NBA, we're going to do the NBA draft profile. Shooting guard Anthony Edwards out of Georgia. 6'5", 220 pounds. This past season, he averaged 19 points and 5 rebounds. Edwards was a highly touted freshman, a combo guard with elite athleticism. As you can see, big-time upside. He's built like a football player with a 6'9" wingspan. He already has an NBA body. On offense, Anthony Edwards uses his strength abusing smaller guards. He has a very quick first step. He's an excellent isolation player. And on defense right now, he pretty much gets by with pure athleticism. He will and he must get better as a defender, but he also has the size and length to be great defensively. Anthony Edwards showed he can be just that with his quick hands, averaging 1.3 steals a game this past season for Georgia, disrupting the passing lanes. Overall, I'm very, very high on Anthony Edwards. A lot of people know that. I think he can definitely develop into a Dwayne Wade, Donovan Mitchell type of player. Anthony Edwards, it would not surprise me if he was Rookie of the Year. This guy's a gamer with right NBA coaching. He should work on his shot selection, and his skill set should round out into an overall pure, talented, high-level NBA player. Anthony Edwards, y'all, NBA draft profile. Another guy, he's a sleeper. A lot of people ain't down with this guy. I'm talking about swing man, small forward, shooting guard, Sadiq Bay. 6'8", 216 pounds. This past season, he averaged 16 points, shot 47% from the floor, and a scorching 45% from three-point range. Sadiq Bay is probably the most versatile defender in this year's draft class. He was Villanova's best defensive player this past season, guarding all the top players from Marcus Howard to everybody else you could think of in the Big East and so on in their conference schedule. Sadiq Bay is the perfect 3-and-D wing player for today's NBA. Like I said, he's a very, very good shooter from three-point range. He shot 45% from three-point range. Sadiq Bay has the ability as a playmaker, too. He was once a 5'8" point guard before he sprouted to 6'8". Bay is solid, but not an explosive slasher. With the right NBA team, I think Sadiq Bay can develop into a very good role player in the NBA. Sort of like a James Posey type. I like Sadiq Bay a lot. He's going to help an NBA team a lot with his versatility. He can guard point guards, shooting guards, small forwards, small ball. He probably guards your four-man too. Sadiq Bay is very underrated. And yeah, Jay Wright, he produces players every year out of Villanova, and this is going to be another one. Diamond in the rough, Sadiq Bay, y'all. Let's go on to our old school, new school segment.
Old school, new school, youngest take notice. Old school, new school, youngest take notice. Old school, new school, youngest take notice. Old school, new school, y'all.
Okay, old school is another one of my favorites. Talking about the sharpshooter, another swing man, plays shooting guard, small forward, pretty much known for playing with the Miami Heat. 6'7", Glenn Rice. For his career, Glenn Rice averaged 18 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. He was a career 40% three-point shooter. He won the NBA title in 2000 with the Los Angeles Lakers, where he was a major contributor. I think he averaged about 15, 16 points a game. He's a 3-time NBA All-Star. He's the NBA All-Star Game MVP in 1997. He's an All-NBA second team selection in 1997. And he also was an All-NBA third team All-NBA selection in 1998. He was an All-NBA All-Rookie team in 1990. And he won the NBA three-point shootout in 1995. He also won an NCAA title in 1989 with Michigan. Who could forget him and Ramil Robinson and those guys? He also, in that same tournament, he was the NCAA's Final Four Most Outstanding Player in 1989. Glenn Rice made over 1,500 three-pointers in his career, in his 15-year career. Glenn Rice, the sharpshooter, y'all. Glenn Rice, old school. One of my favorites, Glenn Rice. New school, same team, different player, different era. Shooting guard, Tyler Herro for the Miami Heat. 6'5", 190 pounds. Right now, Tyler Herro's averaging 12 points a game, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. He's shooting 38% from three-point range. Tyler Herro has been pretty decent this rookie year, his rookie season. He's a very confident shooter and plays with emotion defensively. Herro was a prolific scorer on the Wisconsin prep high school scene. Tyler Herro is a multi-dimensional scorer with a good basketball IQ. He makes plays off the dribble, and he's shown he can be a very, very dependable shot maker. So keep an eye on Tyler Herro in this bubble. I like him. He plays with a lot of nastiness. He has big shots. He's definitely a gunner. He can get hot in a heartbeat. He can get hotter than fish grease. So, yeah, keep an eye on Tyler Herro. I like him, and I think he's going to be a quality NBA player for years to come. So let's go on to our high school spotlight. High school spotlight, I'm talking about Keith Norman, middle linebacker, 6'4", 220 pounds, University Prep. He's a senior coming into the season. Norman is a raw but talented linebacker with crazy athleticism and enormous potential. He's currently ranked as the #2 player in the City League. Recently, Norman received offers from Toledo, and Robert Morris, and Pitt is recruiting him heavy also. With a good senior season, Norman should have a handful of offers, probably quadruple that. So good luck, Keith Norman. Ball out if you guys have a season. I think you are. Just got to put some health plans in place, and I think you should be good, Norman. But I like you a lot, and I think your potential is sky high, and I think you're going to do some big things for university prep. And shout out to the Norman family, man. My man Tyrone Norman, Tyke. Shout out to the whole family. You definitely got a baller, and he's coming. He remind me of Derek Brooks, man. Yes, Keith Norman. Pay attention to them university prep high school spotlight. Get him, Norman. Get him. So let's turn up and get lit.
Turn up and get lit. It's time to turn up and get lit, man. For real. Turn up and get lit.
Okay. The Phoenix Suns coming into the NBA restart. Most people didn't expect the Suns to make any noise. They're pretty much an afterthought. Some suggested the Suns shouldn't even be a part of the NBA restart. Well, guess what? They haven't lost a game yet. And they find themselves only 2 games out of the 8th seed. If the Phoenix Suns can win the 9th seed, they would need to beat the 8th seed twice. They would need to beat the 8th seed twice to earn a spot in the Western Conference, to earn a playoff spot in the Western Conference, pardon me. Devin Booker has been on a rampage lately. Big man DeAndre Ayton, he's been a force too. Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Ricky Rubio and the crew have all played well for the Phoenix Suns. So guys, turn up and get lit, and yes, get that final playoff spot. Because I like you guys too. You're young, you're strong, and you're coming. So thank you for watching Platt's Point of View, and we'll see you next time. Everybody take it easy and enjoy. Out.